This man began his television stand-up debut with us 25 years ago.
Didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Very talented actor. Nobody funnier. Ladies and gentlemen, Norm Macdonald.
Do you watch your own show?
No, sir.
Well, you have. I've talked to people, I've watched it, and I've talked to other people who find it compelling. You can't take your eyes off. So
well,
there,
imagine if
whatever
you were
it is you're making up, whatever qualities you're fabricating here, you yourself possess them.
But imagine if you were doing it. And you
well, imagine if you were doing it.
Well,
we always worry a little about you because we regard you as the top of the heap, the best of the best, the funniest of the funny, the guy who has it in every fiber of his being, not conjured. It's the real thing. So you do it.
I just want to write. I just want to write books. But but I'd like to watch you with a big desk.
I'm tired of talking, Mark.
Okay, now it's going to turn into Norm's show.
So you're the one who saw that.
I had to watch it.
I love Norm. God, geez. I don't know what happened to that show. I remember saying to Ted Sarandos, after all of Norm's shows had been produced, I said, boy, I think you guys really got something here. Yeah. Apparently not. But I loved it. The element that I always admired was the connection to the audience. And his asides and his looks and his pauses were interpreted exactly the way he knew they would be interpreted. Mm-hmm. And that fueled the ridiculous nature of some of the presentation. And without that audience, you don't get the full measure of Norm.
Right.
It was like the audience was his partner. Everybody was in this together. I can remember reading his autobiography and enjoying it, but being greatly disappointed about 10 pages in when I realized it was all fantasy. I want to know about Norm's life, but this was other solar system.
Something in him that's unbelievably fearless.
What you're describing there, when I would watch those segments, they were delightful. There was something more exciting and interesting about the silence and Norm's joy at having landed the dud.
And holding a smile.
It was thrilling. It was heroic.
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had. Oh, I wish that you would come around. No.
But I wonder if people, like you say, you don't like people who are not hardworking. I wonder, are there people who worked as hard as Steve did and does?
I was thinking when I said it that there's an exception. I know we're both admirers of Norm Macdonald, and he seems sometimes like someone who has something. It's his cadence. It's the way he talks. I don't know if he's a hardworking comic, but God, he makes me laugh. Mm-hmm. And his cadence, something is just wrong about it, you know?
But I love Norm, and my guess is, what I know of Norm is that he may not be working hard.
No.
But what he has is the same result as somebody who's worked hard.
Yes, yeah.
Which is, again, enviable, admirable. But God, he makes me laugh. And I happened across some of his time on Weekend Update.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you watch it now, you realize Norm just didn't care if it got a laugh.
No. And he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't care. And he had a joke. I think Downey wrote the joke. It was during the OJ trial. And there's a picture of Johnny Cochran holding up the knit cap with OJ sitting next to him. And God, no one could do this but Norm. Norm said, a little bit of a wrinkle for OJ in the trial today. Johnny Cochran stood up and held the knit cap that was found at the scene of the double murders when OJ jumped up and said, hey, careful with that. That's my lucky stabbing cap. Who else could do that?
Right.
And he doesn't. And if it got nothing, he would stare.
Yeah.
And tell you your problem. I thought that was one of the best, dark, but fantastic.
Right.
And also no one could do it but him.
No, that's what I was going to say. I would, if somebody had pitched that joke to me at the height of the O.J. trial, I would have laughed and not done it. Would you have done that joke?
No, I would not have done that.
Yeah.
I would have been queasy and, it's tragedy. And it was theater of some kind, theater of the absurd.
But the delivery, the persona, and the material, it's
perfect.
Powerful, yes.
In a brilliant move during closing arguments, Simpson attorney Johnny Cochran put on the knit cap prosecutors say O.J. wore the night he committed the murders. Although O.J. may have hurt his case when he suddenly blurted out, hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat.